Okay, what to do if you get blocked everywhere? So, one of the hardest things to deal with is being blocked. But the first thing I want to say is this sucks. And a lot of people will actually blow this out of proportion because they're like, oh, I got dumped and blocked, right? Well, I'll get into that in a minute. Going through a breakup is hard, really, really hard. It's the hardest thing on its own. And then getting blocked, it almost feels like you got broken up with again because it's almost like it feels like that final nail in the coffin, right? I'm going to tell you right now that it's not, okay? And what you really have to focus on is just a few things. So again, first off, this sucks. And it feels like you're going through this twice, usually when you figure out that you're blocked. Because again, in one of the later videos I just made, having an open channel of communication is usually the sign that they want to come back around, right? Since you guys are going through a breakup anyway, you might as well put your energy and effort into something that's going to make real lasting change. So this right here is an offer to join Money School and Better Man Project, which feed into each other. Of course, you're going to be able to learn about your relationship, your breakup, and all that stuff. And you're going to be learning about how to never basically go through another breakup again. But we're going to also teach you skills that are going to get you this kind of income, because really this kind of income is really what most people are really looking for. I'm not telling you you're going to be a millionaire. I'm not telling you any of that stuff, but you can put your energy into something that's going to make a real difference. Because if your ex did come back right now, you might as well have done some work that you can show, right? And you can actually do it in the stuff that you're interested in. The links are in the description box and pinned comments below. Blocking is part of the process sometimes. So there's usually a couple of reasons why they will block you. Mainly it's because you didn't handle the breakup too well. And when you handle the breakup terribly, usually it's because there's a lot of over pursuit and chasing happening. And they just want to stop you from being able to do that. So a lot of guys, I've seen this a million times, they'll get dumped. And then they bombard them with messages and like, okay, let me fix this. Let's pick up where we left off. Everything is cool. I'm changed. I'm a changed man. And again, your ex has been thinking about this for a long time. So they are just going to go, you know what? No. And they are going through the relief stage. Always remember that right after a breakup is the relief stage. They are thinking about themselves. They're thinking about their energy. They're thinking about their friends, their family, their job, their schooling, whatever it is that they have going on in their life. You have just been cut out of it. And again, blocking feels like that nail in the coffin, so you're hurting even more. So just remember that it's part of the process sometimes. And sometimes they'll block you because maybe they're talking to their friends, or maybe they still have feelings for you, or maybe they have some sort of, but they know that they have to take the space, because a lot of the times they've been thinking about breaking up with you for a while, but sometimes they are still unsure. So they might go, you know what? They're leaning further towards dumping you, right? Let's draw this out real quick. Say this is the thing, right? This is the middle. So they're leaning towards, this is the dumping side, and this is the stay together side, okay? They're leaning over here. This is where their energy is at, okay? And they want to experience the single life for a while, and they want to go and hang out with their friends and have fun and just be away from the problem. Because that's where the relief comes in. They're relieved from the relationship. They're relieved from duty, okay? And basically, they want to just focus on themselves. And in order to fix this, you just have to go no contact for a while and stop worrying and focusing so much of your energy on them. I know it's hard just to turn it off. No one's really asking you to turn it off, but I'm going to tell you a really, really good tip, bonus tip, okay? Bonus. The best way to get out of that mindset when you're caught up, so thoughts, right? Thoughts cause emotions, and then emotions cause thoughts. It's kind of like it's a wheel. It continues to spin and it just keeps going. So you have to cut it off somehow, right? And you can minimize it, but you're not going to turn it off. And the best way to sort of relieve yourself, because you can't just turn off a thought, but you can sort of relieve your emotions a little bit and try to feel a little bit better. So one of the best things you can do if you guys are really, really hurting right now is get into your body. And what this means is you basically got to go exercise so hard that your body you're sucking air really hard. Okay. Like I want you to be panting. so hard. Like, go do sprints, do a superset, do battle ropes. I don't care what it is. Do something that makes you really huff and puff, because I promise you in that moment, you're not going to be thinking about your ex. And then that sort of breaks. Let's actually draw that out. That breaks this. So if the emotion is about to cause a thought, that's going to break this here. And it will eventually, or let's say it slows it down. Okay. So let's pretend that these little jotted lines are just like speed bumps. Okay. So instead of the thought immediately hitting your head, it takes a little while to get there, but it will eventually come, and it will pass. That's why you need to be doing this as often as you can. I'm not saying, overtrain or anything crazy like that, but every day try to get into your body so deep, and you're really sucking in air. You're feeling your heartbeat, because then you're not in here. When you're in here, you're thinking too much. And when you're thinking too much, you're feeling too much. And a lot of guys that come to me are over feeling and overthinking. Overthinking is a massive issue, and it's going to be something I address on my new channel a lot. But so that's just the bonus tip right there. And just a last tip before I go, oftentimes you've forgotten your friends and your family, right? So family, friends, and hobbies, let's say that. So basically the proof is here. Whenever I do a coaching call, guys will say to me, I've already lost 20 pounds. I started hanging out with my friends again. I started that side hustle business, right? Some guys will even join the program and say, hey, like, I want to do all this now. And I'll ask them, I don't belittle them or anything like that, but I'll say, why didn't you keep doing this when you guys were together? And this always leads me to believe that complacency and insecurity are the two issues that cause breakups, because complacency causes resentment, because you stop courting your girl, you stop doing the things that you always did in the beginning to make her happy. And insecurity is insecurity. Why would anybody want to be with somebody who's insecure? Okay. It just makes them feel like they're taking care of somebody, or they need to always validate things. And like there are literally relationships right now where the person that you date will literally ask for your location. Give me your location. I need to know where you are at all times. Nothing screams insecurity more than that. Right. So at the end of the day, guys, you have to focus back on your hobbies, focus back on your friends and your family and your hobbies, friends, family, hobbies, and in my opinion, of course, money, right? Money School, Better Man Project, that's all available. And I'll probably have a little thing inside this video that talks about that. And since you're going through a breakup anyway, you might as well put your energy into something that's going to benefit you long term. That's how I look at it.